How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We are talking about two different SPAC companies today. One that has about a 280% compounded annual growth rate, and one that has really big names that are on the strategic development team. They include Shaquille O'Neal and Martin Luther King III. So we're going to be talking about both of these companies today. I couldn't make a decision on which one I want to talk about, and both of these are really early on. They're around $10 to $12, and there isn't a lot of news on them. So I wanted to give you both of these, but again, only a couple minutes of each because there isn't a lot on the actual combination agreements yet. So make sure to stay through to the end so you know exactly whether I'm buying or selling these companies or whether I already hold them. I think it is important to know, like in the end, is it just worth buying into from my perspective and the risk factors that come with it. So if you guys like this kind of thing, if you like the hustle, if you like seeing these before everyone else, please leave a like. I really appreciate it. Also, if you don't mind hitting subscribe, we're on the road to 40,000 subscribers. I think we're going to get there by the next day or two. Also, if you want 4 free stocks through WeBull, this is the last day that you can get those. Just deposit $100 and get 4 free stocks. They said that it ends at the end of November. And if you want to know exactly what I'm buying and what I'm selling, if you want to know if I'm buying these stocks, I'll tell you towards the end. But if you want it real time, definitely check out the link down below to Patreon, where you can join our Patreon group. We have over 700 or right around 700 different people in there. So if I don't know something, they probably do, but I give you my updates on everything that I'm buying and selling and even what I'm looking at. There are some exclusive videos on there too that are just videos that I couldn't put up on YouTube. They wouldn't get enough views, but they are really beneficial. They have good information. So definitely check that out. And if you want to save some money too, there's a link down below to Rakuten. I saved about $40 yesterday. It's just a browser add-on. You can get up to 15% back on different websites for your online shopping. Definitely worth looking into. I think you also get a little bit of a sign-up bonus if you sign up and then use it. So definitely check that out. It's a really nice platform that I've been using for over a year. It used to be called eBates. So the first company that we're looking at today is Trident Acquisition Corp. And they are a newly formed SPAC. You can see here that they have been pushing up a little bit recently. They're about $12 a share right now. They have come out with a binding letter of intent to combine with Lottery.com. Now, they haven't really come out with the numbers yet. As far as I could tell, I could not find, first of all, the business agreement. I believe they are pushing this back. They're looking to close on this first quarter of 2020, maybe second quarter of 2020. So we do have to wait a little bit here. We haven't been able to see how much they're funding and how much percentage of the company they get. Even the company Lottery.com itself hasn't come out with all their revenue numbers and stuff like that. But you can see they have a 279% compounded annual growth rate from 2016 to 2019. And they lead the world in online lottery. So you can see here, founded in 2015, Lottery.com is a leading online platform to play the lottery from your phone. They're still growing, right? So they're only in Texas and 9 other states with plans of expansion to more than 20 states and several new countries in 2021. Now, they already sell Powerball tickets to 148 countries, the most of anyone. And they have this huge compounded annual growth rate. And I think, too, with the fact that the pandemic is happening, a lot of people don't necessarily want to go in to get lottery tickets. I mean, some people don't care. Some people enjoy the scratch off in person, but some people just like that rush, and they might just want to do it from home. So as time goes on, I think this is really useful. It's something that's really easily scalable, right? If more people buy into this, then it's easily scaled up. It doesn't take a lot more to sell a lot more in revenue and get a lot more potential profit. They say Lottery.com has developed an innovative platform, is revolutionizing the lottery industry and bringing it to the digital age. I think that this is possibly a good SPAC to buy into. Again, before we know the agreements, before we know how much we're getting and all the revenues, I don't think I'm going to buy in. I think it is an interesting opportunity, but again, I would approach it at your own risk. We don't know how much we're getting and how expensive it is. So at this point, I'm waiting, but I could see this being a really high price to sales ratio. I could see them pricing it pretty high because it has a lot of growth in it. They also said under the proposed transaction, Lottery.com's shareholders would roll 100% of their equity into the new business combination. So I like to see that. I like to see them actually hold on to their shares. Now, the next company that we're looking at is called Forest Road Acquisition Corp. They're doing this SPAC merger, and they have about $261 million. Now, as far as I can tell, I have not seen any whispers of who they're going to merge with. They do have some industries that they're going to go after, which I'll explain here in a second. It was expected to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker FRX.U. Now, this was a couple days ago. I tried to look it up. It's really hard to find. I mean, I saw everything from FRX.UT, which is what MarketWatch has it as. I saw FRX, FRX.WS. So there are some different tickers. I am still just looking at it. I'm still doing more research on this one. So don't take this as like go out and buy it. I couldn't even say that even if I wanted to. But right now it is pretty speculative. They don't have a company yet. They said that they're targeting technology, media, or telecommunications. But what's interesting to me is the strategic advisors team. This includes Shaquille O'Neal and Martin Luther King III. Now, I think that we'll have to see what they actually do. This is pretty interesting. I think that it's something that could push up just because of the names behind it. But so far, it's sitting right around $10, $11 a share. So it is really early on. This is brand new. I mean, people told me about this in the Patreon. Same thing with this other company, TDAC. These are interesting SPACs to keep an eye on, but I'm not buying them by any means. But I think it is important to have them on your radar. And then just a couple risk factors on these companies. You know, with lottery.com, I think there will be some people that just feel that it's morally wrong, right? For shareholders to make money on other people losing money. It's not like they're a company that can offer a lot of value, such as like an Amazon, where they can directly ship products to you in a day or two. They can give you products at a much lower price than you would have to buy other places. This is a company that really makes money from other people losing money. The other thing is, with the other company, we don't know what they're actually going to merge with, what they're going to buy. Now, they do have Shaquille O'Neal and Martin Luther King III on their team. Now, I'm not discounting what they do and how smart they are, but it does strike me as maybe SPAC pandemonium once athletes start buying into these too, or getting some of their share. I think that we've seen SPACs kind of go insane this year, but if we start to see more and more athletes and other like famous people that are jumping in on these, I think that it might push these up a little bit too high. We might see a little bit of pullback because it is really SPAC pandemonium right now, or SPACmonium. I think that it's kind of crazy in the market right now. So those are just two things to consider with both of these companies. Again, I don't own them right now. I am keeping an eye on them though. Now, there are a lot of other SPACs that I've talked about recently that have been going up, and a lot of them are just having 5 to 10% shifts every day. If you want to know exactly what I'm doing with these shares, if you want to know how much I own, you can definitely check out the link down below to Patreon. Again, if you want those 4 free stocks through WeBull, definitely check that out too. It is the last day to get those, and I really appreciate that. It really helps out the channel. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions on these, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll try my best to answer them for the first little bit when this video is up. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video. If you want to see another video on a stock that I've been buying, I put this up this morning. I think it's a really interesting company. Thank you, and I'll see you in this video.